Hi, this is Steve Lombardi from the Lombardi Law Firm, and I'm coming to you from West Des Moines, Iowa. This is your Legal Minute. Today we're talking about falling asleep at the wheel. Yesterday we talked about the causes, the factual causes why a person can quote unquote fall asleep at the wheel. They don't necessarily fall asleep at the wheel, but we all refer to it as that. It can be a lot of reasons, factual reasons why they do fall asleep at the wheel. Then there are the legal theories, and the legal theories are numerous, and I can tell you 10 of them right now. The first is negligence of the driver, failing to recognize fatigue setting in and then pulling over, stopping, sleeping rather than continuing to drive beyond their capabilities. They fall asleep at the wheel and they cause an accident, and that's negligence. That's fault. Then there is negligence of the driver in failing to follow in directions. They are directed to stop driving at a certain hour. They don't. As a result, they're fatigued. They fall asleep at the wheel. Then there is the fault of the driver who is given an unrealistic schedule by the employer. The employer should not be doing that and asking him to drive like that. The employer is negligent, but also the driver is negligent because the driver should have said to the employer, no, I'm not going to do it, and should have said, I'm going to stop, and he should have stopped. So then you might have negligence of both the driver as well as the employer. I think we just covered the negligence of the employer for the unrealistic demands and expectations placed on the driver. Then there can be negligence of the medical team, failing to properly educate the patient about the drugs that they are taking and how they cause drowsiness. And then there is the negligence of the pharmaceutical industry. You know those little inserts you have in your drug packet? Well, if they're not telling you in those inserts, and if you're not reading what's in those inserts, but what's on those inserts isn't telling you that you can become drowsy, then the pharmaceutical industry themselves may be at fault for failing to properly warn. And then there is the pharmacist. Maybe the pharmacist has an obligation to be telling you, hey, you take too much of this drug or too frequently or in combination with other drugs, and it can cause you to become drowsy and fall asleep. It may not be just falling asleep at the wheel. It could be getting injured at work by being drowsy and not alert and putting your hand in a piece of equipment. Then there is the dram shop, and this is one that I see quite often. We sue the dram shops when somebody walks into the bar. They're both sold and served alcoholic beverages either while they're intoxicated or to the point of intoxication. As a result, they go out, they leave the bar, they fall into their car, drive down the street, and they either injure themselves or someone else. And if they injure themselves, if they have dependents, we can help those dependents to recover from the dram shop. So it's important that you see an attorney right away if you have a dram shop case, because there is a notice provision, and if you don't meet that notice period, you lose the right to pursue your case. So there's 10 legal theories. Oh, we forgot the ninth one, which would have been workers' compensation. If you work and you fall asleep at the wheel, even if you're negligent, it's still going to be covered under workers' comp. So there you have it. There's 10 legal theories of recovery for people who fall asleep at the wheel or people who are injured as a result of somebody who has fallen asleep at the wheel. If we can help you, please give us a call by contacting us through the information that's provided at the end of this video. Call the office, speak to Barbara. She'll set up an appointment to talk to Katrina or I. It's good to speak with you today. Nice to meet you. If we can help you, give us a call. This is Steve Lombardi, and this is your Legal Minute. Have a good day.